It's all day. I need to finish. My socks are absolutely ruined every time. Come.
No worries.
Okay. Let's start at the attic hatch.
Yeah.
This is where, so you have some construction background?
No.
No?
Construction background.
Alright, so this is a very important part of the inspection because you're able to see inside and see how the structure below the roof is. Roof is important, I know, but and it's covered by the condo, but more important is the structure below, right? Because although we say, oh, it's a condo, you know, we are not responsible for outside, but everything outside affects you inside, right? If there's a leak on the roof, it's going to be coming inside,
Yeah.
right? So you want to make sure everything is good, level of insulation, structure, right? Chances of any pests, okay? Insulation blows over sometimes because of the wind, right? So because of the soffit vents, it's all ventilated, right? So we are checking for all of that stuff. So the verdict is all of that is good. Okay, the main thing here, are you familiar on how a thermal camera works? No? You want to put your hand on the wall? Okay, come. You see that? I can see it.
Oh.
Yeah? So you can see your hand,
Yeah.
right? So what it is doing, it's immediately mapping any change in temperature. If I'm standing here, it'll see my footprints,
Okay.
even through shoes. So it senses heat changes, right? So it helps me look behind and see if there's any missing insulation. If there's a dark patch, then I've got different kinds of moisture meter to check if there's moisture. So we are not just doing a beauty visit, right? We're not saying, oh, it's beautiful, it's not nice.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that you are safe. There's no leaks behind, there's no moisture around the windows, no moisture from the roof, you know, stuff like that. That's the purpose of this inspection.
Yeah.
Okay, small scratches here and there, you can fix it. It's going to cost you to paint it. But if there's water behind and there's mold behind, then you have a bigger problem, right? Okay, so come here. Here, if you see, I see some water damage. You see here?
You see that?
Okay, and here, okay? So this is not from a leak. This is from, you know, if you have a cold glass of water, what happens? You know, very chilled glass of water has water on the outside. Always remember it condenses, right? So similarly, that space above is like a cold glass of water because that is above the insulation is very cold, right? So when warm air goes from here, okay, if there is a leak here, air leak, it's going to get cold suddenly and become water condensate and flow back, right? Because warm air is very rich in water, right? Moisture. So what is wrong is basically, first of all, this hatch does not have any insulation on top.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it should have insulation on top of this, but it's very easy to fix. It's like it's got side walls, so all you do is take some from the side. Okay, there's a lot of insulation in the attic. Take some and put it on top. That's easy. Okay. Also, on the sides, on the edges, there's a weather stripping. There's a, it's like 10 or 20 bucks. Okay, it's like a sticker adhesive. Okay, you should change that so that the seal becomes very strong. So the warm air is not going to escape and it's not going to condense and it's not going to form water. Right? So that's all you have to do. It's not a leak, it's nothing to be afraid of. Clear? Okay. Come. Next we are checking the moisture in the washroom. Again, this guy is our best friend. We are able to tell if there's any moisture behind, if there's any moisture below, if there's any moisture below the sinks, any leaks, you know. So nothing, all good. Okay. The only thing is this guy is loose. So this has to be fixed right away. Also, when you fix it, there's like a washer below it. It's good to replace it at the same time. Maybe it's fine, but you know, when you're doing it, it's $5 literally, that washer. So then you're good for the next 10 years. Okay. So are you familiar with how a GFCI works? This guy?
No, I'm always
okay. So this is basically a device which helps you save yourself from an electric shock. So it's near water. So if water falls on this, you know, while washing your face or something, it's going to go like this, trip off. Okay, and then once you dry everything, so you don't get a shock, right? So just reset it and it's back to working. Okay, now remember, this is the reset for all the washrooms. That washroom in the other bedroom, the washroom downstairs is all connected here. So if any one of them trip because of the water, you come here and reset it. Because it will stop working, so you should know this is the place to reset it. Okay, there's a similar device for the outside plugs, and that's in the basement. I'll show you later. Okay, clear?
That's the purpose. Okay.
This thing needs to be little clean, dirty. Nothing else.
Oh yeah.
Also, most of your windows, if you see, it's got a little bit of, you know, hairline cracking starting to happen. It's good to seal that. You know, it's not that water is going to come in. It's just bad. It requires a touch of paint. It's just because of age.
Okay.
Okay, nothing wrong. Just better fix it now. Okay. The smoke carbon monoxide is good. No problems. This washroom here, again, no leaks here. This is connected to there. I want to show you again. I'm going to trip it. So try and listen. You'd hear a click.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alright?
Oh yeah.
So you have to reset it. Just reset
So
it.
you have to reset it.
Yeah, Marvin, you do that. The top one. Push it in. Yeah, that's it. So it's reset.
There's a light.
Okay?
Small light.
So this is connected there. Also the washroom down is connected. Okay? Same thing here.
What do you use to seal it? Sealant?
No, you don't have to seal it.
You don't?
There are two bolts at the back. You just have to tighten it. It's very easy.
Yeah.
But I'm saying get it done by a plumber, because then he can pick it up and change the washer, which is $5 extra. It's good to do that, because then you're good for 10 years.
Okay.
Those washers are good because, you know, I don't know how long it's been loose, so someone has been sitting on it every time it moves, so that washer may be worn out.
Okay.
Get my point?
Yeah.
That's the reason we say that. Windows, again, we're checking for window seals, all good. You know how to clean drain holes? Do you know?
No, not yet.
Okay, so there's a small slit here, which, you know, when rain and sleet hits on the outside, it melts and flows out. If you see any window, you'll see a small slit on the outside. That's a drain hole. Okay, so it's good to clean them. Okay, it's not dirty now, but you know, it's good in the spring or in the when the Chinook is here. Just pour some warm water and it'll just drain out.
Okay.
I'll explain it in the report. Okay. Okay, so not a defect, but maintenance.
Alright.
Okay, same thing here. Some paint, some cracking, minor stuff. Okay, don't be worried about it. Okay, no leaks from above, nothing like that. Some damage to the carpet there, but nothing serious. If you want, I can put it in the report. Do you want me to put it?
Is it bad? It's not bad.
No, it's not. It's a minor damage.
Okay. Ikaw, Papa.
I can put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've put the windows also. Okay, so again the same thing. No leaks. The main thing is there should be no leaks around the window for air or for water. You want to make sure, especially when it's minus 30 degrees.
Oh yeah, true.
You know, if there's a leak, then you have a problem,
Yes.
right? Okay, so all good. Windows are good because windows are expensive to replace. So we want to make sure that window seals are good, right? Yeah. Any questions?
No, we're good.
How about that? Can we report that?
Which
No, the leak or
No, it's
It's
not
not a
a leak.
leak, it's condensation.
It's a
Okay.
condensation.
She got it, she's smart. What do you guys do? Where do you work?
I work now at Teams and a financial advisor.
Oh, nice.
And Marvin is working in Burnbury Farms, like where the eggs are.
Nice, nice.
warehouse?
So when we want fresh eggs, we call Marvin?
You got them.
Yeah.
Okay, your fireplace is good, it's warm, okay. The window seals are good here, okay. So this floor, the main thing we are checking with this guy, we are able to see if there's any leaks from the washroom above.
Oh, okay.
So this is very useful to check from this floor, below the washroom, with this, to check there's no leaks.
Oh,
Okay, so all good. All good on the door as well, no leaks around the doors, air seals. Okay, so that is good. Come on over.
How do you open the fireplace?
I was trying, so when I checked with this, the temperature is good, but it's not like firing up. I put all the switches, so what I've done is I've put in the report that when you do, see, okay, that's a good question. I was going to talk about it when I talk about the appliances, but let's talk about it now. See, some inspectors do not inspect appliances.
Oh, okay.
You know why? Because first of all, it's an older appliance, okay? Secondly, you may move in after say 30 days or 2 months, right? When you get possession, okay? We cannot predict the future, right? So no inspector can do that. But you know, guess what? Once you move in, and if suppose the washer is not working, guess who you blame the first? It is human nature. You know, because you trust me and you say, oh, Tarun has inspected everything, right? But having said that, I check everything, but I still can't guarantee anything because it's a machine, it's an old machine, right? So we recommend always do a 24-hour walkthrough. Jazz is very good at this, your realtor. So ask him to set up a 24-hour walkthrough. Make sure you walk around and see everything is the same working condition as it is today.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and at that time, you can ask them to put this on and show you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because we don't want to fiddle around. I can open it and get it going, but I don't want to fiddle around. If I break something, you and me become liable for it. Because we don't own the property yet. You understand? It's just the way inspections work. Same thing here. Okay, appliances are working great. All these are working fine. Bake broil is working fine, so you should be good. I keep this on. Light is working full, half off. This is off, working fine.
Okay, good.
And it's venting out. It's venting out, which is good.
Okay.
Okay, so that's very good. All right. No leaks below the sink. All good here. There was some previous damage here. I just put it in the report. It's just cosmetic. Okay. The dryer, no leaks around it. Again, it's completing a full cycle. It's all good. Some fading and age here. Some paint you need to do here, but all good. There's nothing. It's cosmetic. All cosmetic. Okay. Refrigerator is working great. No issues. Okay. Balcony is all good. We checked the structure. There was a weather stripping. I had put a picture of that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put that in the report. It's good to change it. It's literally a few bucks. It's good to replace it. Okay, just because we live in a very harsh environment.
Just this. Scotch tape.
Yeah, it's just a sticker. It's like, you know, there's nothing.
I think that's the one you use so that you won't see the outside.
That's all. Nothing else.
It's like opaque or something.
Yeah. Here.
Malabo.
Again, the same thing.
Oo, no. Bakit ka nagagano?
Okay. No leaks here. This guy is connected up. Just remember that.
True.
Any questions?
No.
Awesome. All right, let's head downstairs. Talk about the main machine.
Yeah, that's the main.
All right. So all the ratings are good. You know, again, this floor is very important to check if there's any water damage because basements usually have the most water damage, right? That's the most common problem because water can come from every side. It can come from above. It can come from the sides because of the foundation cracks. It can come from the ground up because of the water table. So we want to check everything. Okay. So I checked with my thermal, I checked with the moisture meter, and all nice and dry and tight. All good. No issues. One note here, this guy, the smoke alarm here is expired. It's for 2018. You have to replace this. It's like $30 to replace.
Oh, we just buy the whole thing?
The whole thing. Okay. It's in Costco, Walmart.
It expires.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a life of 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So that is expired. So I would definitely replace it. Okay. Nothing serious. Okay. Let's do the garage first.
Okay.
Sorry. My bad. So some correcting like you see. Again, nothing to be really concerned about. This is nothing to do with the structure. It's just a concrete pad. Okay, it's a floating pad. Everybody's concrete cracks. You know, especially around the edges like that. I've got pictures of it. Just take a concrete sealer and go and seal it. Okay. Once in a few years, do that and you're good. Okay. Okay, nothing serious. There's some minor cracks in the foundation as well. You see this here, and there's one here. Okay. Again, nothing super serious. No moisture around it, so don't get super concerned about it. Just put a concrete sealer and seal it. Okay. That was the main thing here. Other than that, there was some rust on this. You know, it always happens because there's snow buildup, and on the bottoms of those metal, on the corners, and on the door here, you know, you'll always find some rust. Okay? So you have to scrape it out and repaint it just to protect it.
Okay.
You don't have to replace the door. The door is working fine. Okay. Also, these are sensors. So when you press that button there, you know, this guy. Okay. Now if a kid runs through, I block this.
That's the sensor.
Yeah. So it will go back.
Oh,
So it's a safety device. Suppose a kid runs through.
Oh,
okay. So these are working fine. So we check those, and we check it with almost all of it closed, so that most of the weight is down. So it should still work, and it's working fine. Okay. The other thing was that receptacle. You should change it. because you can get a shock by, you know, if someone put their finger in there. A kid can do that. Kids find places to put fingers in. Right? So just change the cover plate on that. That's easy, okay? Papa, come! Okay, now question. When you suppose have a minus 30 degrees, okay, and the car is running, okay, because you want to keep it warm, okay, and you have a bunch of grocery bags, and you're coming in, and your girlfriend calls.
Girlfriend?
Just joking. So you forget to close the door. Did it completely close? Yes. It has to completely shut, because otherwise you'll have carbon monoxide inside the house.
Okay.
So these self-closer is working good. So we're checking stuff like that.
Okay.
So if you know, if you close it, it should go and close completely. Click. Otherwise it's a fault. And that's why it's important to change this. You also have, you know, two appliances working on gas, which produces carbon monoxide, which is toxic and it's odorless. You won't even know it. You know, it can kill someone, right? So you want to be super careful and change that guy.
Okay.
All right.
We'll do that.
Coming to the appliances, so let's talk about the stuff here. Okay. It looks complex, but it's not very complex. It's very easy. I'll explain everything to you. First of all, you see this? This is the main water shut off for the full house.
Okay.
Okay, so you can turn off if there's a leak or something and there's no valve to shut off there. You can come here and turn it off. Okay, so remember that's where the main water comes in. It comes into this tank after it comes in.
That's the main,
yeah. This is the hot water tank, which gives you hot water for the full house.
All right.
Okay, it's a higher efficiency, which is good. It's an induced draft. Okay, it is from a company called Bradford White. Okay, and it's from 2008. So now that's the thing. Calgary water is very hard and very harsh because it comes from the glacier, right? So it is cold and hard water. So these guys are normally rated for 8 to 12 years. So it's already
8 to 12 years.
13 years. It's 2008, right? So it's, but having said that, I sometimes see people drain it out every year and clean it every year, and they last up to 20-25 years. Okay, sometimes, you know, you can change the anode tube inside, and that every 4 years, if you do that, that improves the life as well. So I've seen some of them go for 20-25 years also. Okay, but having said that, it's not a big expense. They are about $700 to $1,000. Okay, the same kind in Home Depots or Lowe's. So it's not a big expense considering the cost of the house. You know, it's a small expense, but it is an expense, so you need to budget for it. So you should know that this is past its life, and eventually it's going to break down.
So we're looking at how many more years we can use
can't
it?
say it's past its official life. I'm legally required.
Di na namin kina-update dun sa pag-alis namin sa house inspection. Dahil si Tint kasi nagmamadali, may duty pa yun, nagpaalam lang. Kaya ito, nakauwi na ako sa bahay. Ang iintay na lang natin, isa sa mga requirements kasi yun, yung house inspection. Isa sa mga requirements yan. Kaya lahat ng sira o lahat ng report na yun inspector, bago ibenta yun o turn over dun sa bibili, kailangan ayos muna siya lahat. Wala na siyang sira, wala lahat, walang damage, para titira na lang siya. Hindi ka na mag-aalala kung anong maging problema. Kaya yun, ito, intay-intay na lang tayo. Bali nasa third step na tayo. Third step na yan yung inspection. Tapos nun, wait na lang natin. Pag na-clear na lahat yun, nagkasundo na uli yung sa seller tsaka yung mga broker natin, magtutuloy-tuloy na yun. Sa awa ng Diyos, magtutuloy-tuloy na yun. At sa mga suporta nyo, sa mga nagkadasal dyan na makakuha na namin yung bahay, maraming salamat. At ito na yung last na hintayin natin yung sa bangko na. Tapos noon, pagka okay na sa bangko, hintayin naman natin yung yung possession nung bahay na pag-ibig, kung kailan kayo pupunta sa bahay. Yun lang muna ang natin. Susunod naman yung sa bangko naman yung check na natin. Yun, maraming salamat sa mga subscribers, sa mga bagong subscribers, sa mga dumarating pang subscribers, sa mga nanonood na video, mga nagko-comment, tsaka yung mga suki natin dyan. Yan, maraming salamat at hintay-hintay lang tayo.
Later. Missing someone without you. Missing someone.